This is the show that you expect.
Fantastic.
For 20-somethings. We are making this up as we go along.
Welcome to 20-somethings. The show for 20-somethings by 20-somethings. My name is Liam, and I'm joined by my incredible co-host today, Alyssa, Yvonne, and Mike. How are you guys doing today?
So good.
It's a beautiful Monday.
Yes.
Is it? Well, all right. First up, we're going to be discussing how music sensation Megan Thee Stallion suddenly fell ill during a production of Moulin Rouge. Let's take a look.
Megan Thee Stallion was briefly hospitalized after illness forced her off stage during Tuesday night's performance of Moulin Rouge on Broadway.
Dave Carlin is outside the theater to update us on how she's doing and also how fans are reacting.
Megan Thee Stallion absent from 2.5 performances of Moulin Rouge the musical. She left the stage feeling sick partway through Tuesday night's show, then recuperating at home for the Wednesday matinee and evening show. This video shows the star's Broadway debut March 24th with all the energy and sparkle she's famous for on dazzling display. But 1 week later, she was on stage and she said she felt dangerously close to fainting. An understudy stepped in and she's out for the 2 Wednesday shows. On her Instagram, the 31-year-old called it a real wake-up call. I've been pushing myself past my limits lately, running on empty, and my body finally said enough. It honestly scared me. On Instagram, she had been showing her fans how hectic it has been lately.
And this is me at the studio because y'all, I'm still working on my album at the same time. Yes, I'm very much so tired.
I never go to Broadway shows usually.
Berlin Andal Blake of Brownsville, Brooklyn, is a fan who moved from the theater entrance line to another line for a ticket exchange.
I'm going to be seeing her next week Wednesday.
We are going to get a refund for today. I purchased from another ticket holder, so I was like, I'll stay. Today's my birthday. She was my birthday present, but you know, it is what it is.
A spokesperson for the star said doctors identified symptoms of extreme exhaustion, dehydration, vasoconstriction, and low metabolic levels. Megan Thee Stallion vowed to be back on the show Thursday.
Well, Alyssa, you said you wanted to start this segment. You seem to have something you wanted to say. So.
I mean, as an avid theater goer and a performer myself, I am not surprised that, you know, this happened to her. Yeah. I think it's just more surprising because she's a very mainstream celebrity, and I feel bad. But Broadway is very tough. Haven't been there myself, but as far as I know it's very hectic, very tough, very demanding. So I just hope she's okay. Hope she heals in time for next week's show. So,
well,
yeah.
I mean, last I checked, she's already back.
She is,
so
yes.
She is.
She's back and better than ever,
yes.
may I say.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like.
No, I mean, I really feel for her because, like, you know, as someone that, as you can tell, used to do lots of theater as a kid, like, that is probably one of the most stressful experiences that you could possibly go through, like acting on stage and having a medical issue, because like in theater, like you're constantly stressing about how you're perceived, how your performance, you constantly want to be on top, and if like one thing like that goes, like if I was her, like that would have ruined me.
I mean, what a sight that would be if you were her in Moulin Rouge currently.
Moulin Rouge. Has anyone here seen Moulin Rouge before?
I personally don't like it.
Yvonne.
Yeah. Excuse me.
What are your thoughts on Moulin Rouge?
It's a very high energy show.
Yeah, so it's very taxing.
It makes sense. It makes sense why her body just gave out and she kind of just burnt out. I mean, this kind of happens to everyone. It's just I feel like people forget that celebrities are humans just like us.
I feel like it's also just kind of like when you have that celebrity status, I feel like you constantly have that pressure to be perfect, to constantly put on the best possible show that you can. So I feel like a lot of, like, I'm going to assume that it wasn't just like a random spontaneous medical issue. I mean, like, generally, like, I've had many times, like when I was like a lot younger, where I was just like, I don't feel good, I can't go on stage. That's why they have understudies. But a lot of I understand the pressure to want, because I feel like also a lot of people were probably going there because they wanted to see Megan Thee Stallion. She probably didn't want to let those people down. So I honestly fully feel for her not taking the step to, step down. But, sometimes all you just need is rest. Sometimes all you need, I feel like, is to just be able to look at your situation and be like, I'm not okay today. I'm not going to be able to perform the best, but that pressure definitely gets to people sometimes.
If you want to perform at your best, you got to give it a rest.
Spitting bars.
Spitting bars. No.
Just like, excuse me, but just like spitting bars. I mean, isn't that what she's known for, Megan Thee Stallion?
Yes.
I mean, she's got a new album that she's working on, and I'm pretty sure it's the Megan Act 3.
Yes.
Not 2, not 1, but the 3rd rendition.
Perfect for the theater theme.
So, like you were saying, I mean, it's taxing. And not only is she on Broadway, but she's also in the middle of, making her album. God only knows how long it's been taking her because, she's doing all this crazy stuff. And the show goes until May 17th, which it's got another month and a half, which is pretty crazy.
They typically do 8 shows a week on Broadway too, which is
Yeah, you
crazy.
you'll usually have the 2 Saturday. Well, usually most Broadway shows I know, they don't do Sunday, and they'll do 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, which is a lot. You ever force yourself to sing and dance for 3 hours straight, let alone twice a day, that's insane. She's doing that. She's probably also practicing that, going to rehearsals, working on an album, but also besides that, obviously she has her own personal life. I think it's quite applaudable. She's doing so much, and the fact that she was able to recover as quickly as she did and get back on stage, it just shows that she's an artist that actually cares about the show that she performs. She cares about wanting to give a good product out for people. She could have easily just said, "No, I just want to work on my album. I don't want to perform on Broadway." That's a choice, and she made that choice.
She's living up to her name.
She is Megan the Stallion. She's not Megan the Mule. She's not Megan the Pony. She's Megan the Stallion. A strong, working horse. It's the dumbest line of it.
Instead of a horse, does she go body yada yada yada?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, next up, we're going to be talking about how thousands of people across the United States recently took part in the No Kings protest. Let's have a look.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a protest movement and rallies in cities and towns across the country. Organizers say millions of people are expected at the demonstrations against President Trump's agenda. Issues including immigration, the economy, and the war with Iran, bringing out protesters in cities like New York, Boston, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco. The main rally is this one in Minnesota, the state where 2 American citizens were killed by federal officers earlier this year. Stephen Romo is covering it all for us tonight.
This is what democracy looks like. Tonight, organizers estimate millions are hitting the streets from coast to coast and beyond, protesting the Trump administration and its policies.
We are all fighting. We are fighting for America.
Thousands of marches planned in all 50 states. It's round 3 of major demonstrations in the No Kings movement. Organizers predicted it to be the single largest nonviolent day of action in American history.
So first of all, like they just said, the largest day of nonviolent protest in American history. That says something about this.
That's beautiful.
What do you guys have to say about it? First off, I'll let you guys take the floor.
I mean, I honestly think it's pretty moving because to kind of go off of the topic, one of my friends was at the Boston No Kings protest. I think it was on the 28th of March. And just from hearing what he was talking about and saying, there were so many people. And I looked at a news source, and they said that there was around 180,000 people who showed up to Boston Commons.
In Boston alone?
Yeah, Boston Commons.
Just in the Commons?
Just in the Commons. Now,
Boston Commons aren't huge either.
I know, and
That's
I think
nuts.
It's crazy, and I think it's such a moving thing to hear, specifically on a topic so, like, you know, important. And going off of that, I ended up seeing he took a picture, and it was a sign that one of the protesters were holding, and it said unfit, unjust, undemocratic, and un-American. And I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think that kind of just describes the feeling that we're there.
I discussed the good old Donnie J on a previous episode. Not even going into his politics, I just believe he is not acting the way a president really should. You look at many presidents in the past, 100 years. I believe that a president is most useful when they act as a unifying force of good. Now, if you look at what Donald Trump is doing, have you ever looked at his Truth Social page? Insane. He openly talks about wanting to bomb bridges and electrical plants, which is just like, first of all, against the Geneva Conventions, but also, second of all, we have a guy sitting in the most powerful seat in some people's opinion, in the world, just openly talking about wanting to bomb places. Like, that's gonna freak people the hell out. Like, I have many more things I could say that are probably not very appropriate for 20SomethingsTV, for 20somethings by 20somethings. But I think, I like you were saying, I think it's very telling that this is clearly something people care about. It's the third round of this. Each round gets significantly bigger than the last. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fourth round of No Kings protest that's even bigger. But yeah, I think honestly it's just really cool to see that like people can peacefully protest like this. I really liked it.
As beautiful as it is, I can't help but worry about the possible dangers of that many people being like in the same vicinity, Yeah. So I just hope that, there's crowd control, like good crowd control.
At least when me and my friend, I forget if it was the first or the second, but we went to one of the No Kings protests up in Providence, and they actually had like a lot of people, because like they had a lot of volunteer, like just medics, people that just had a ton of water. They had like safety officers that you could go to when people were uncomfortable. So a lot of these are just kind of planned fully by people individually.
That's what protests should look like, having, like stuff
just
like
off, would any of you guys want to would any of you guys possibly think about going to, not specifically the No Kings protest, but like a protest like this in the future?
I mean, I really never thought of myself as someone who like would partake, and I know that's kind of bad as an American who can like.
I wouldn't say it is.
It's not bad, but as someone who has the voice to go out and do something, I never have been inspired to. But this protest alone kind of gave me that like, wow, like people can come together and do something right and do it unified in a safe, way. And I think, like I said before, it's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like I just have a lot of general just anxiety of being in crowds, and that's literally the only thing stopping me. There's been a couple of things I've wanted to, go out and support, and it's just a matter of like forcing myself to get out there. But I would love to, the signs are beautiful too. I would love to like make something and just proudly show it,
Yeah, just like be able to
advocate
for yourself, advocate for other people.
Yes. Yeah.
Yvonne, any final notes?
I think it's great to see so many people exercising their rights, especially coming together about something they feel so passionately about. So it's very refreshing to see.
Yeah. All right, guys. For our last topic today, we're going to be ending on a more heartwarming note. We'll be taking a look at the awe-inspiring rescue of a dog in New Zealand who was lost in the wilderness for over a week.
Oh my God.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Dog rescue mission is winning hearts online after a border collie named Molly was found safe in Hokitika bushland this morning. Molly became separated from her owner after the pair fell down a waterfall during a hike 7 days ago. While the owner was airlifted to safety, Molly was nowhere to be found until today. We're joined by Matt Newton from Precision Helicopters, who was the pilot of the helicopter. Matt, what a rescue. Tell us what happened.
Well, we heard the dog was missing about a week ago, and every time we've been in the area, we've been looking for this dog, and started getting a little bit obsessed by it. We were starting to feel the pain of the poor little dog, and Jess laying in hospital wondering where a dog was. So Lily hatched a plan that we could perhaps raise a few funds and go and have a decent look and get some decent gear on board. Yeah, so that's what we did.
Yeah, and what did you think when you saw her, Matt?
Well, it was a little bit of a struggle to hold the tears back, to be honest. Yeah, so we saw it initially through the thermal, and then just sort of moved on in. The dog was so timid, and it just stayed put. It had made its own little kennel under a rock, and she just stayed put. And we had another little dog with us, Bingo, who give her a little kiss on the lips and reassured her that it was okay to come with us, and so she did. Yeah, we gave her a little bit of posse yum as well to keep her happy, and managed to get her in the aircraft. She was quite happy to get on board.
When you went up and got her, your dog Bingo, what was his role?
Well, we figured that if we had another little dog, at least if because we don't know how to talk dog, and Bingo knows how to talk dog, so he would have filled her in on what was going on.
Matt, how is Molly doing now? I know everybody wants to know.
Oh, she's fine. The vets checked her out, and she's just got a little bit of painkiller on board. She's probably got a few bruises, but she's in a better order than Jess. Poor Jessie's black from top to toe. So, but she's recovering well too, and was just super loving towards one another when they reunited. Of course, yeah, it was a good buzz.
Like, I love this story. This is one of those like stories I see on the news that I'm like, okay, I can still have faith in humanity still.
Yes, it's like Hope Corps.
It's
Hope Corps video. I love it.
It's like the dog gets spotted from a helicopter. Guy's like, all right, I'm gonna go down and rescue the dog. Dog survived in the woods by themselves for over a week. Pretty cool dog, if you ask me. I mean, like, if you took my dog, you threw him in the woods for a week, he might just be done. I might have to start writing an obituary, but this is like a survivor dog out here, wilderness dog.
Those are pretty smart dogs too. I think it's like a collie or something.
Yeah, I think it was a border collie.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
She knew her
dog,
way
by the
around. She knew
absolutely
what she was doing.
Adorable.
And you know how like most dogs don't like baths, but I can guarantee you that dog is going to have the nicest bath.
The nicest
and
bath.
I think the owner's name was Jessica Johnston, and I think it's just gonna be like that reunion was so beautiful.
So cute.
And I think it just bonded them to be closer. Cause the dog was only 4 years old.
Stop it.
So that was like.
That's like 30.
She's just a
that's like 30
baby.
and you mean that's like our age.
I could never make it out there alone.
My main question to you guys, who do you guys think would survive longer in the wilderness, you or the dog?
Oh, the dog.
The dog? Really?
She knows what she's doing. I'd like.
Someone
I have
who
a
like
breakdown.
wants to go on the show Survivor, I would like to say me, but honestly, I think that dog's got everything on me. So.
She'd be a good navigator, I feel.
I don't mean to toot my horn. I feel like I could survive in the woods for over a week.
Okay.
Next segment, Liam out in the wild.
Well, if you're saying for a week, then I guess. But if you're just comparing who can go longer, then I think the dog.
Might be. I feel like the dog is probably just better at hunting.
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm assuming that's how it was able to survive. Because if it's a border collies they're sheep herding dogs, but they're also bred for hunting like rabbits on a farm.
Yeah.
She came home with a full tummy and a bath.
She's probably like, I want to go back.
She looked.
Let me go back.
Sad,
this is boring now. It's like I imagine it's like getting home right after going on vacation. It's just like what am I supposed to do for fun? Go to the fridge and get string cheese? Like, this is boring. I mean, if I was the dog, I'd maybe want to go back. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. If I was a dog, if I had the option, I would just live in the woods, honestly. I mean, like, in beautiful New Zealand, I'm jealous of this dog. Now, granted, dog probably missed the owner.
I'm sure she did.
Which I sympathize with that. You know, I'd miss like my roommate if I went missing. You know,
Out of everybody, it's your roommate.
yeah, just my
Just your
roommate. You know, I'd be like, dang, who am I supposed to bug in the middle of the night for Tums? I can't just get Tums from the wild. What am I supposed to do? Eat leaves? Probably poisonous.
That's true.
I don't know.
I just think it's crazy how like they fell like in general. I just think it's
fell
like
off of a waterfall.
that's the crazy thing.
PSA for everyone out there: if you're going hiking and you see a really cool waterfall, don't stand on the edge of the waterfall because you think it would look cool. I have seen someone fall off of a waterfall cliff. Now, granted, it was only like 8 feet, and they fell directly into like a lakefront. But like, those rocks are they're more slippery than ice. Like genuinely, like on a serious note, like
could have ended.
Don't do what she did. Like waterfalls are extremely dangerous.
I mean, if you fall off a waterfall, that's skill issue. I'm sorry. Like that's Darwin Award right there. That's like when I found out in Texas, our hotels, the windows open. So I was literally peeking out of the 3rd floor. Like if I fell off the 3rd floor, that's on me. Like,
I mean, hey, you know, you can't fall up a waterfall.
Well, that's not how gravity works.
But you can fall down a waterfall, and it's not going to be fun.
Yeah, she probably didn't really have time to assess the gravity of the situation, but still.
Just thinking about that makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Aw.
I mean, I guess to close, you know, dogs are pretty freaking rad, guys. I mean, like, for most people, if they were stuck in the woods for a week or more, like they'd probably be done. But dogs are just built different, and they're better than all of us. And I think we just have to accept that as a society. Can we agree on that?
Cheers.
They don't call him a
Cheers,
man's best
guys.
friend for nothing.
All right, and on that note, that is going to do it for our time here today. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and don't forget to check out our other incredible segments this week. This is Liam Diadamo, signing off.